Hey guys, Robbie here. I'm just sitting at the monitor real quick because I finally got it working again, and just wanted to record this video now that I'm finally in because it has a little bit to pertain to what I'm going to talk about. Christian is asking us to make a short video for Canvas about any advice we could give to new CGT students that we wish that we knew when we came into the program. And I think overall, the biggest thing that I can say for any freshmen who are coming in is just to learn outside the classroom. Um, because when I was coming into the program, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I kind of maybe had an idea, but I didn't really solidly know this is exactly what I wanted to go into yet. I just knew I wanted to do something with animation. And I think there's going to be a lot of people like that, that when they first arrive to this program, they know that they love art and animation and special effects and illustration design. They love all that art stuff, but they don't exactly know what they want to do specifically. And so I think that, there's a lot of classes on campus here that can help you with that for sure. But you're not really going to figure out exactly what you want to do unless you're constantly learning things outside the classroom. Because let's face it, you know, the classes here are great, but there's a very limited span. We have a budget, there's only so many classes that we're allowed to teach and are able to teach even. And so you're not going to be able to learn everything that you want during class periods. So it's pivotal that you take the time that you have at home when you're not working on assignments, and use that to learn about what you want. Um, for me, I've spent the last 2 years or so learning the ins and outs of VR and Unreal Engine, and that has showed me Unity and Unreal Engine. It's shown me that I really want to do VR design. I want to do game design, and I want to do interaction design. Um, I want to make things be animated depending on what a VR player does. And that's not something that I think I would have gotten from just all the classes that I've taken. Um, I've taken some character animation classes. I've taken some HTML website design classes. I've taken, you know, Python classes, although that was before I joined IUPUI. Um, but I never would have realized that I want to do stuff in Unreal Engine and Unity by taking classes at IUPUI, because we didn't learn about either of those pieces of software from the classes that we were in, other than that they may exist. And I think that's going to be the thing for a lot of people, is that, you know, the it's very, industry and Hollywood focused. But for people who don't necessarily want to be a part of Hollywood, um, you know, there's a lot of different things that could be learned that we just don't have time for in the classroom. So definitely, if you have time outside of class, don't spend it drinking, don't spend it out partying. Um, you know, Spend it at home on your computer learning the things that you want to learn, because in the end I think that is going to be, you know supplemented by what's in the class, but it's going to be a lot more important to learn what you want to learn so that you're successful in your field, rather than what the classes are teaching you. Again, the classes are very important, but they're important as a supplement to what you want your career to be. And so spending time outside of class learning about what you want to do is much more important. The other thing is, make sure you get a good night's sleep. I mean, it comes so easily, to as a thing to say for most people, but I, before college, was a consistent 9 o'clock sleeper. I would go to bed at 9 o'clock every day, no stop. And as college has gone on, I've ended up staying up later and later, to the point where now I've had to start forcing myself to go to bed at a decent time again, because I realize that my work suffers if I don't have the energy that sleep provides. And if you lag behind on sleep, it takes a very long time to catch up. Um, some people say that it doesn't. They can get a nap now and then and be fine. But we've been in a pandemic for 2 months, and I still feel tired all the time, and I sleep half the day. So like there's really no excuse for not getting a good night's sleep. You're going to have a work schedule after you get out of college that's going to require a specific workflow, and you're going to need energy for that. And there's just no reason to spend all night up unless you're working on a specific project. If you're not working on a specific project and it's past midnight, go to bed. That is probably one of the most important things. Um, the two big ones being get sleep and learn outside of class. You'll learn throughout your time at IUPUI that the professors all will tell you this, that you can't learn everything during college. This is a career path. No matter what you go into, whether you go into game design, whether you go into VR, whether you go into painting, whether you go into HTML website design, whatever they are, we're in a tech-filled world, and what you need to know to be successful at your job is constantly changing. Um, and so it's imperative that you learn to learn. Um, and you never stop learning, because that's how you'll be successful in the field, is always learning what's new, what's next, um, what's the brightest, and what's the most forward front that you can be on. So learning while you're in college, to keep learning and to never stop learning. I know it feels like a big task to undertake, but that's going to be what makes you the most successful. If you stop learning, that's when you become unsuccessful. Um, so it's imperative that you do that, and coupled with it, sleep, because the more sleep you have and the more awake you are, the more you remember the stuff that you're learning. So those two couple so well together, and they're required for being successful in this field. Now, there's a lot of people that'll tell you that they don't have a good schedule, um, and that they're trying to get back to that. And there's a lot of lost sleep that you'll have in this field as well. But it's imperative that as much as you can, and it won't be perfect, but as much as you can, you need to try and get a good night's sleep. And that will be, just a big blessing for you if you can get a good night's sleep. It'll make things so much easier for you. But yeah, those are my two big things. And for all you freshmen out there, I wish you the best of luck and keep learning. And until next time, I'll see you in the field, agents.